Napp Motorsports. Is me. Well, I guess not me and you, but I fixed like one person's car last spring, and then people were like, "Hey, you can do more cars. Here, how about you do my car?" And now here we are, doing a K-swap. So definitely not where I expected to be right now. It's still just like a inside joke, side hobby thing that is fun for me. It's one of these things I don't have to do it. When it's not fun for me anymore, I won't do it, but I don't see that being a thing because I absolutely love working on Miatas. So, not the first project car I've ever had. This is actually the third of four Miatas that I've had. All of the other three are in a junkyard, sadly. I started out, I had a lowered Ford Focus first gen. That was just kind of like getting my toes wet in the whole car thing. That was never really, not much was done to that car. It was just trial and error. And then sold that, bought a Mark III VR6 Jetta, mistake. But it was fun. It made all sorts of cool VR6 noises and whatnot. And then I drove a buddy's Miata. He couldn't drive stick, so we went to go test drive it. And he's like, "Drive it around, let me know what you think." And I kind of want it, so if you like it, we'll buy it. So of course, it was awesome. So we bought it. I drove it back from Rome, New York, all the way to Potsdam, about 2.5 hours. And after that, I was like, I need one of these. Like, these things are sick, and they were cheap at that point. So went on co-op the year after, and was like, first thing I'm doing, like, who cares about food? I'll eat ramen forever, but I'm buying a Miata. So bought the $1,000 Miata. Get out the head gasket was blown. It was just a little coolant port on the back of the motor. So quick, 10-minute fix, got it home, capped the line, and drove that thing for about a year and a half. Lowered it, flared it. It was plastic dipped, which was also a mistake. But yeah, that was like every kid's like, "Hey, I'm gonna build a race car." That was the first step towards that. And then went to go restore that thing, and when I took the rocker panels off, or the fenders off, there was a monster hole. Like, I could put my fist right through the rocker panel. And I was like, this thing's going to scrap. It's not worth its weight in metal. Not that was worth much, but bought another shell for $1,000 again, and built what was my CSP car for autocross. So that was like, I took the rule book and was like, I'm gonna do this hog wild. I'm gonna go to every autocross I can in the summer. I probably went to like 20 autocrosses that summer. It was nuts. It's fun, but it was crazy. That had a lightly built VVT motor, had aero, it had the Kirkies, it had the roll bar harnesses, everything. Again, race cars are sweet to drive on the street. They're not. Found that out pretty quick. I probably put a total of like 200 to 300 enjoyment miles on that car. And, I'm getting old. Not really, but I feel old. And I was like, I should just build a Miata that is comfortable, fun to drive on the street. And so I sold the parts off of that car and scrapped the shell because it had been cut up, everything for the CSP life, which is not worth it. And then bought this now a year and a half ago. And since I can't leave anything alone, it was stock mostly. I tore it down 100%. Everything came out, subframes came out, everything was POR 15'd. I reupholstered the seats, redid the interior. It's got sound deadening, which I know is like sacrilege, but whatever. And I drove this thing 8 hours to Cincinnati, and it was great. Had music going through the headrest speakers, and it was comfortable, and way better than any sort of race car Miata I've ever driven on the street. But it's a 1.6, and it's slow. So we're gonna remedy that with the new KMiata K24 Z3 swap, which is gonna be sick. Using the stock driveline, stock transmission, stock 410 differential from it's Type 1 from a 94 to 95 Miata. So hopefully, 210 horsepower, 170 foot-pounds of torque, all at the wheels. That's the aspiration. I feel like that's enough to have fun, but still retain the Miata aspect of everything. So I don't want to go way too crazy. The horsepower race doesn't net you anything besides bragging rights. Bragging rights aren't fun to drive. So this is going to be fun to drive, comfortable and reliable. So that's the goal here. Everything that I think needs to be upgraded in my own personal mind, like things that I like, that's all been done. Now it just needs more power. So we're gonna address that this winter. It should be a fun little street car, maybe a couple TMP labs, you know, here and there. And then we'll see where it goes from that. I'm sure it won't be the end.
So we just picked up Stefan's engine. We got it. It's a winter wonderland outside, build season, but the engine is here and it's happening. It's happening.
Engine's here. We just picked it up from the junkyard, and up next we're going to be ripping out the slow 1.6 and dropping my diff so that we can get it reinforced with my buddy Jim. He's going to weld some plates on it, and hopefully we don't break it.
Yeah, we are also going to tear into the engine. It looks pretty good when we picked it up at the junkyard. Definitely better than when we picked up my engine from the junkyard. It's in way better shape. And then, yeah, just see what we're working with there, and really just go from there. So click down below to subscribe, click that bell notification to let you know when we post our videos, and yeah, just join along in our build series here, our second build series. It's gonna be awesome.
You can set, when you post a video on YouTube, you can set kid friendly or not, and if you do kid friendly, you can't comment
Put your
on it.
hand out like that, like you just had it. I just want to make a little this way. Thank you. I just want to make sure that